What is up, y'all, and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is LollyMan16, and in today's video I will be discussing whether or not Goku could use Kaioken or Super Saiyan with Ultra Instinct now that he's learned it at least somewhat how to tap into it. And this will be a topic debated and probably retconned later in the series, as it's clearly not done yet. However, it is an ongoing topic, and I think it's good to address this now rather than later, so that without further ado, let's go into this, and I will try my best to use whatever this series has taught us so far to reach a conclusion. Now, in order for us to figure out if Goku could use the Kaioken or Super Saiyan with Ultra Instinct, it's a good idea to understand what Ultra Instinct is in the first place to see if this is actually feasible. Ultra Instinct in and of itself is, well, it's kind of a high-skilled state of mind, or being rather, in which the user can dodge and evade attacks without thinking. This was referenced as early as the Resurrection F arc and the movie as well, wherein Whis displayed the ability to use this for the first time. Ultra Instinct is most likely based off of Mushin and Bruce Lee and all that good stuff, which of course Toriyama is a big fan of, and it's technically possible to achieve by anyone. However, this is very difficult to do and it requires lots and lots of training, especially with angels and God of Destructions, etc. Now, when it pertains to Goku specifically, his Ultra Instinct is more of a form or transformation rather than an actual just state of mind by itself. So it is a form and not just a state, so that's going to play a big factor into this. But knowing this, Goku could use this power, but could he use it with Kaioken or Super Saiyan like he did with, the Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, which basically involves combining literally everything. It combines two forms and the Kaioken at once. Now, Ultra Instinct does seem to be a form that has virtually no thought in it, right? If Goku could somehow master this form, it is possible he could use Kaioken with it, since the key control of the form seems to be very calm and controlled. This is very much like the Super Saiyan Blue form, right? When you used it against Hit, and when you use the Kaioken subsequently, it doesn't damage his body as much, especially in the fight with Toppo where he used it again. Now, Super Saiyan, however, is a different story, since in Goku's case, Ultra Instinct is an actual form and not just a state of mind. So Super Saiyan is probably not possible, nor would he even need it, to be honest, because Ultra Instinct or Migate no Goku'i is basically already far above any of Goku's prior transformations. Plus, he evolves as the fight continues. So yeah, I really see no reason to use Super Saiyan with it, because it already has the extremely good technique of being able to dodge and evade every single attack. And Ultra Instinct is so powerful, it can rival the Gods of Destruction. So unless Goku's going to fight an angel or something, I really don't see a point in him using anything like Kaioken or Super Saiyan, at least for now, at least not within this arc, and maybe in the next arc and some other arcs to come. But for Super Saiyan itself, okay, well, we have to look at it this way. Since Ultra Instinct is an actual form, quote-unquote, at least in Goku's case, it's not really feasible to add a Super Saiyan on top of this, and let me explain. So the Super Saiyan in and of itself is a transformation. It would be like if Super Saiyan 4 would then use Super Saiyan on top of it. It doesn't really make sense because it's an actual Super Saiyan lineage plus a Super Saiyan. Now, the only reason why it works with the God forms is because the God forms are much different. Yes, they are a form, but you can stack forms on top of it because it's essentially just the user and then the God key transformation. In Ultra Instinct, this is not really the case, and you also have to consider the fact that the Super Saiyan in and of itself is a kind, at least in the beginning stages, the Super Saiyan form is a rage transformation, and it requires either anger, and some people will bring up, well, wait a minute, I mean, Caulifla and Kaba and whatnot, they have seemed to learn it with, just training, and of course, you have to then say, well, they are Universe 6 Saiyans, and their biology is a little bit different. Obviously, they evolve much higher than regular Saiyans, and of course, they are born without tails. At least this version, these version of these Saiyans are born without tails because they have evolved past them. And you also have to consider the fact that, yes, you can use the back tingle, as I'm gonna quote it. It's essentially a way of transforming into a Super Saiyan, controlled. But in the first, in the beginning stages of trying to master Super Saiyan, it's rage induced, and with Ultra Instinct is a form that it's basically kicked in whenever Goku has basically no stamina whatsoever. Super Saiyan is not that way, and I just don't see it working together because they have a different form factor, and they also have a different emotional tone to them, at least in the beginning stages. Now, this could change, it could change later on in the series if Goku learns how to control Ultra Instinct. Maybe he becomes quote-unquote conscious again. But so far, I see no way that Super Saiyan could be stacked on top of Ultra Instinct, but there's nothing to suggest that Kaioken could not work with it either. But anyway, that's my kind of discussion for today. Let me know what you guys think down below. As always, stay awesome, everybody. I will see you this Saturday for Dragon Ball Super, and have a good one.